Okay, this is take 2, because like an idiot, I forgot to take the lens cap off the Mobius the first time round. This is the little Champ S Plus, which I've had for about a year, but never turned the GPS features on. I turned them off, which you do by, you turn them off by holding the the left stick all the way down to the bottom right as you power them up, and that turns off all the GPS features. I've turned them back on now, which you do by holding the left stick down to the bottom left as you turn him on. That turns the GPS features back on. And you can also turn the electric fence feature off by holding the stick down to the right stick down to the bottom right, and on again by holding the right stick down to the bottom left. All of this has to be as the plane is initializing. Right now I've got it, yes, I've got it set up with electric fence off, but GPS on, but electric fence off. Of course, it's irrelevant whether you've got electric fence on or off if you've got all of the GPS off, because all of the GPS off, you're going to get any GPS features. I don't know. Now, another thing I found is that, this has an unwanted adapter on it, I see. That's an adapter to adapt it to fly the little, well, it's anything with a, what do you call those? I forgot what you call those little connectors. Begins with M. Molex. At least that's one thing that they call them. Sometimes they call them other things. One thing I found is that, you know, it will try and, it has these circle and auto land features, and they will try, I'm going to turn, see, I'm powering the FPV camera with a separate little battery here. There is a cord you can pull out, but I'm not trying to use it at this point. I'm trying to make sure I've got that the right way up. I'm using a 250 milliamp hour MCPX battery. It says he draws 280 milliamps, so that's just under an hour. Okay, now these are the Eachine VRD2Pro goggles. We'll initialize this. I'm not going to fly them FPV. What I'm trying to do is use the DVR in here to record the feed from the DVR, the FPV camera. Oh, I've got the lens cap on that now. At least that reminds me I've got the lens cap. There's lens caps on everything, and I keep forgetting to take them off. Okay, so now I've got I don't know whether you can see, but I've actually got a feed there. Now what I want to do is go into the DVR feed, which is different. Now it says no signal. Why does it say no signal? That doesn't make any sense. It's got a signal in the cam, so why hasn't it got a signal in the DVR? I guess it doesn't have a signal in the cam anymore. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I just pressed the scan button. I'm just trying to see if I can see what's going on here. I'm trying to connect to the channel of that FPV camera. Okay, but of course it's going to show the same thing, isn't it? Because we haven't moved the thing. Yes, if I move it, it moves. So why do I not get a DVR signal? I'm confused. I don't know. God, life's confusing. See, I don't know, now it's saying it's got no signal to the DVR. I don't know. No, that doesn't work. I don't know what's going on here. Now we got a signal to the DVR. I don't know what the heck that was all about. I just turned it on and off again. Well, it's not good, is it? But anyway. Okay, and now the DVR is recording. We live in hopes. Well, it is. Yes, the DVR that's the DVR feed from the FPV camera is recording. Complicated technology, eh? Now, as I say, if we want to use the GPS features, and the whole point here is to test the GPS features, we have to power on in the middle of the runway, basically, because it seems to take the power on position as its home position. So if you power on the table over there, then when you try and auto land it and things, or certainly when you try and loiter it, it flies back over the table, not over you, which is kind of unhelpful. It may actually... Oh, let's turn electric fence back on. Waiting for a GPS lock. I'm trying to turn electric fence back on just so I can show you how it works. I don't like it. It won't let you fly any distance away. It won't even let me fly to the other side of the runway. Yeah, there you go. See, I was holding the right stick down, so full up elevator, full left aileron, and when it acknowledges that means that it's got its GPS lock and electric fence is now back on. I don't like electric fence because it won't even let me fly. Yeah, as soon as I get to like the other side of the runway, it turns the plane round and brings it back. We'll put it in beginner mode, I think. Although actually, I did one of my other flights all in experience mode and didn't even notice the difference. But still. Given that we're mucking around rather than flying, really. The odd thing is, it seems to go kind of a long way that way with electric fence. Or maybe it was because I'd initialized it back at when I did it before. Yeah, probably I'd initialized it back at the... Oh yeah, see, that's electric fence kicking in. And then when it waggles the wings like that, it's telling you you're supposed to control the plane again because you've got control. And it doesn't let you go very far. It let me go even less far before, but that, I guess, was because on my very first flight, I had initialized it back. I plugged the battery in back over on the table by the car, so that was the position it was measuring how far it was going to go from, if you see what I mean. Okay, so now let's test the loiter mode. This is what they call loiter mode. You press the channel 6 button, normally the bind button, once. And it comes back and circles at 65 feet, rather sharply and rather fast, I find, over the point you took off, or somewhere thereabouts. And then you press the... Huh. Oh. Interestingly enough, when I pressed intermediate mode, it seemed to go out of the loiter or whatever. But then went back in again when I put it into beginner mode. I don't know. It can certainly loiter in experience mode, because I did before. That's me flying it a lot slower. Interestingly enough, when the auto stuff takes over, it flies the plane pretty fast, I guess, because it doesn't know how much wind you're flying in, so it wants to make sure it gives enough power to fight the wind, so it flies the plane pretty fast. It does not fly the plane slowly, it flies the plane pretty darn fast. Okay. Let's fly out till we hit the electric fence. And actually, now that I've got the plane initialized in the right place, I guess the electric fence isn't too bad. When I had it initialized back by the car, it wouldn't even let me go beyond the far side of the runway, which was kind of a pain in the ass. I'm just letting it go and it will turn around. Famous last words. Yes, there it is. And it just flies back towards you, flies a bit inside the fence, and then rocks the wings like that, which is to show you that you have control again. Okay, and loiter one more time. A bit alarming the way it dives under power like that, but it's because it's set to loiter at a fixed height, 65 feet, they say. And I'm flying it a bit higher than that, so when I press the loiter, it dives. And it powers round pretty fast there, and we'll get it where we like. Even then, it's flying kind of behind me, because it's flying a circle round that. Okay, now I'm going to try the auto land. So you've got to throttle all the way down and then hold you got to throttle all the way down and hold the I button down until it starts the auto land sequence, and it's a bit scary, to be honest, because it twitches down to the ground rather sharply. But then, now I'm giving it a, I tried to give it a bit, because you can still give it control. I give it a little bit of extra upstick at the end there to try and stop it turning over, but I failed. No, and the battery hatch has come open. Did I forget to put my own catch on? I guess I did. See what I mean? I should have remembered to put my own catch on, because that battery catch is totally untrustworthy. But it's all this having to muck around. Oh, is it raining, or is that just water falling on me? I don't know whether I felt a raindrop or whether it was just a drop of water falling off the plane, which is of course soaking wet. In parts, at least. I don't see any sign of rain. Maybe it was just a drop of water falling off the plane. Ah, well, maybe better pack up anyway. So, we shall see. I mean, I would only turn those GPS features on, I think, well, I'm sure. I would only turn them on for, either for training someone, for letting someone who hasn't flown planes much at all fly it, or for FPV. I can see the advantage if you don't know quite what you're doing with FPV. Okay, so now I'm trying to look at this. Yes, it's still recording. It's recorded about 6 minutes there. And we'll turn that off. 7.8 volts left in that thing. And then we'll turn the goggles off. Yeah, now that was a drop of rain, I'm pretty sure. And, oh god, so many things, because you got like four, I've got like 4 different things powered up here. Am I counting right? The goggles, the FPV thing, the plane, and the... Yeah, now I'm definitely feeling some drops of rain, so I want to get stuff in here. Ah, bugger. It's hard to do because there we go. Okay. Don't mind if I get wet, but I don't want all this electronic equipment getting wet, so... Ooh, yes. And it is. We've got odd spots of rain falling on stuff now. There's some, not a lot, but there are some spots of rain on the goggles there. Oh, get in there. Oh, let's see if I can find the little lens cap for that guy. Okay,